Right, after many months of prevaricating, although we have been fairly busy, it's time to get back to building the last section of the Lego Land Rover, the 2020 Defender. Well, let's get on with it. Bit of body flex there. Proper Land Rover. Even got the roof box here, which isn't particularly well fixed, which comes up. Those are your sand ladders. That's steering. Quite a lot of play in the steering, a bit like an old Defender. So bonnet opens. Pistons do go up and down actually. Don't think you could really drive it with suspension like that though. But as I say, we've got some transmission wind up because you do that, doing, and it goes forward again. And the same this way round. Instead, someone thinks it's so something's either not in the right way round. I think somewhere between the two differentials, but I'll work it out. So, been a long time since I started this Lego Defender, but then again, we've been incredibly busy with business over the spring, summer and autumn, basically ever since we've been into COVID-19. So finally got around to finishing it just before Christmas. I got it as a Christmas present last year from my children. It certainly kept me busy, but here it is. Finished 2020 Land Rover Defender. Panel fit is about as good as an old Land Rover Defender. Yeah, and it's actually quite heavy. Suspension's far too soft, and I seem to have engineered in a problem with the drivetrain in that when you put it on the flat and roll it along, it'll go about 6 inches, then it stops dead. So I think I've got a bit of transmission wind up. I know how to fix it on the real thing, but I'm not sure about this. But as you can see underneath, it's really quite complicated. It's got, sequential gearbox on it and differentials front and rear, and you can steer it. And bits just falling off. What was that? I don't know. About as good as a normal Defender where bits fall off. But yeah, it's been great fun. I've really enjoyed it. Question is now, what do I do with it? Do we put it on display in the showroom? I did have thoughts of killing it somehow, either by setting fire to it or blowing it up or something, but I think as it was a present for my children, that probably wouldn't be a very good idea one way or the other. I think I'd get into trouble. But yeah, it's let's turn this round a bit and you can see what I mean about, as I say, it goes along, then it just stops. So I think we've got a bit of transmission wind up between the front and rear axles somewhere along the line. But I'll have a fiddle about with it and see if we can work that out. But I am not taking it all apart again. That's fair to say. I don't think it needs. Actually, it's quite good. You push it forward, and it. Yeah, it's definitely got transmission wind up. If you do that, and it will go forward again. But yeah, suspension's very soft, but all the doors open, bonnet opens. It's got it's fun. It's fun. It's a good model. They've done very well with that. When you're putting it together, you're kind of thinking, well, what goes here and what goes there and everything. But yeah, so there we have it. Yeah, so we've come to the end of 2020. I wish you all a happy Christmas. Hopefully things will be back to normal for most of us for 2021. Anyway, I shall leave it there.